what's happened. So this is from Eddie Lloyd, a lawyer inside. The penalty. On an intensive corrective order, firstly, His Honour has found the threshold has been crossed and he must serve a term of imprisonment. Count 2, 34 months. Count 3, 34 months. Count 1, 27 months. Totality, not wholly concurrent, is appropriate. This is what I imagined. I think that's Eddie talking. But there will be partial accumulation of penalty. And ICO is still on the table.
So ICO is incarceration in his house.
Yeah.
Yeah, still on the table.
ICO's the...
So they're saying that
he can live at home.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Oh, mate.
It's still on the table.
table.
It's still on the table. But they're saying that he has to serve a penalty of some sort of incarceration, which could be in...
Who's that guy?
Oh, you know me, do you?
Yeah, you've been here before.
Yeah. What's happening anyway?
Where do you reckon this is a
still
good
fighting
place
the
to
Governor General, blah, blah, blah.
That's Hardy, you know Hardy?
Yeah, no, Hardy. We had a chat earlier.
Yeah.
Phil?
Hey, it's good to see you again.
You too,
Like,
mate.
what was it?
Kevin.
An hour ago, Kevin? I was here an hour ago.
You got to get this children home, mate.
Sorry?
You got to get this children home.
Oh, I know.
Well, he's next.
No,
After
we were
we
just
get
discussing
David.
that. The trouble is, you see, that the Australian government can't do anything because the American government won't let them. The American government can't do anything because they know they'll make a martyr out of him, whether they prosecute him, murder him, indict him. People will stand up and they'll make a martyr out of him. So what they're trying to do is just continue to keep having him incarcerated the way he is, so that people will forget about it.
No, they won't forget about it.
No, they won't forget about it.
And if he dies in there, there's going to be a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that's right. And that's why they just let him rot.
You've got to let him out, mate. He's going to fuck anyway.
Yeah, but they seem to have made a martyr out of him now, and that's causing a problem for them because they don't know what to do now that they've made a martyr out of him.
Let him go, mate. That's all you got to do.
Well, that's the thing. It'd probably go away faster if they just let him out.
Let him go home.
Yeah.
Yep. Too much ego, too much.
Yeah, they can't. They
Can't be
afford-
wrong. They can never be wrong.
If you believe in God and you're humane, you let him out. That's it, mate.
They don't believe in anything except themselves. And
So they swear in the Bible, don't they?
oh, well, priests do that too. And you know what priests do?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you lose your respect, don't you?
Well, you just realise that the world's had really bad people doing really bad things
Right
for a
man's the
bloody long
worst. You
time.
know, he's never ever stopped invading countries, fighting, looting, taking goods. He's never stopped, mate. Wouldn't you think you'd learn?
Well, I didn't realise how much I've learned just in the last 5 years about history that's out there on the internet, you know, documentaries made in the 40s, 50s, 60s,
All the hard
and
way.
history being brought forward. But I didn't know any of this shit. Now I know stuff that happened and I go, oh my God, it's like the puzzle's just all coming together. Like, I was just talking...
By the way, listen, who give anyone the right to run a country, right to run it anywhere?
Well, who gives the World Health Organisation the
we're all
right to
born,
decide how we
anyway.
run our
Yeah.
country?
With all the land, like, who gives the right for some mob to say we own all that?
Yeah.
Like, you haven't seen it?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Nah.
I
I always think of the Monty Python scene where he goes, "Who made you king?" And he goes,
Okay,
"The lady of the
2026.
lake gave me
They've got to give you
Excalibur."
something. They have to...
And he said some lady indiscriminately distributing swords.
Bastards.
I think that's what happened in the early days. That place got their teams together, like
What's
Robert
that?
Hood and them. The biggest mob took over, you know.
Non-parole period of
till
27
2026.
months.
August 2026.
But he can
Oh,
still
yeah.
serve it at home, perhaps.
Parole period.
No, this
They've
is
sent him to
imprisonment.
jail.
Yeah, 27 months. Aggregate sentence 5 years and 8 months. Non-parole period, time
Far
in
out.
custody, 27 months. Earliest release is the 13th of August 2026.
That's if he gets parole. If he gets
That's so
Yeah,
that's,
yeah, he's 2
3
months.
3 years and
well,
3
maybe
months.
she's mixed up the date. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, you'll get that to serve it home, mate.
Oh, yeah, because we're 4. Yeah, 2024. Right.
Yeah. There's,
I think they'll let him do it at home.
Hey?
I think let him stay at home and do it, you know.
what, under, like Galileo
'Cause it
Galilei,
says,
house
yeah.
arrest.
The whole sentence.
Because she has
The whole
said
thing.
that it's still on the table.
Yeah, well, that's what they want in that way.
No, I think they will, mate.
If they send him to jail,
Then
God help
then
them.
you got two blokes.
Huh?
You got two blokes in with telling the truth. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
when you're a kid, you're told to tell the truth.
Yeah, exactly. That's, the whole thing's just such a stitch up. You know, they took away his defence, so they had to plead guilty. People are going, oh, he pled guilty. I'm going, yeah, under what circumstances?
What they say to them. Do it this way, I'll make it easy for you. You know, I don't know what that's about.
If they take him away from his children, that's going to be just terrible. So if it's get home detention, then that's the best.
They're not going to just go,
under
oh,
circumstances.
sorry,
Oh, I think that'd be ideal.
Yeah, but if they send him to jail, oh yeah.
Oh, what happened to your little guys? What happened to your little guy's paw?
Darby struck my neighbour.
The what?
Darby struck.
Oh, where I put my bottle.
Well, he's doing all right.
Right,
My bottle must have fallen out of my...
right.
Just
Yeah.
a sec, Laura. I'll go and get...
Is that it there?
So apparently we've got number one, they've got 34 months. Number two, 34 months. Number three is 27 months. Earliest, so non-parole period of 27 months, which means earliest out date is the 13th of August 2026 before he'll be able to leave custodial sentence, but they haven't said yet whether he could serve it at home or not.
All right, that's the big kicker then, isn't it?
Yeah, so the kicker is, yeah.
I stopped them.
So count 2, 34 months, count 3, 34 months.
So after I stopped them, about
So guys, the magistrate said count 2, 34 months, count 3, 34 months, count 1, 27 months,
She's just said it's imprisonment.
and the magistrate just said it's imprisonment, not at home. And earliest release will be the 13th of August 2026, because it's a minimum of 27 months. And all for telling the truth. So when it's criminal to out criminals, then our justice system is criminal.
yes.
So the hero of the Australian people has been in prison for outing criminals. Does that tell you that our society is in a bad place? That when the justice system, and I say that word very, very loosely, actually puts someone in jail for a minimum of 27 months for outing criminals, for outing murderers. But those murderers and criminals get away without a single day behind bars, without even being investigated. The Australian people should be ashamed of the Australian government and the Australian justice system.
We have no government.
So when people murder 39 innocent people, they get away scot-free. And someone brings it to the attention of the Australian people. But first, he tried to bring it to the attention of the appropriate authorities. He goes to jail for a minimum of 27 months. Not even home jail.
What do those authorities do about the...
And they gave him a 10% discount for early plea. So justice also has discounts. You can't have justice if you have discounts. 10% discount for an early plea. How can justice have a discount?
because it's not justice in there.
There is no justice.
There's far from justice. Yeah. If you don't toe their line, you go to jail. I'm absolutely ashamed of this country, and I'm ashamed of the judicial system and the judge. I don't want to call him that because he's a puppet, exactly. And the Crown prosecutor. How does she go to sleep at night? How does Albanese, he hasn't stood in? The Governor General, why did the Governor General step it up against a tyrannical government, against a person who is a citizen of this country, who stood up for the innocent people who were murdered?
That one is easy because the government owns the Governor General.
That's right. He is literally, his job is to stand up for the people against a tyrannical government. If a tyrannical government is not what we have here today, who has not stood up for David McBride, who is a citizen of this country, who stood up for the people, then he is not doing his job.
And here is a challenge for Hurley. If you've got a set, tomorrow you can commute that sentence. Hurley has the power to do it.
We'll do
Do
it.
your job, Hurley.
Do your job, David Hurley. Stand for the people. Do some good in the last few days of your term as Governor General.
What we've seen here today is what normally happens in courts in relation to whistleblowers, and that is the courts focus in on the technicalities of the law. They don't stand back and look at the big picture. That's why the Parliament gave Mark Dreyfus the ability to cease the prosecution in circumstances like this. That hasn't happened. Today is a stain on the way in which we govern and on the way in which justice is served in Australia. It's an awful outcome for David McBride. He's a hero and we should all stand in support of him. Today is a shameful day for Australia.
No.
I'll do the wise thing that lawyers do and say, we'll wait for the judgment and assess it calmly. But what I can say is this sentence is a shock for us. Obviously, we disagree with the conclusions, and I'm sure upon proper reflection we'll disagree with a number of His Honour's comments and conclusions. But what we can say unequivocally, and I don't even need to confer with my colleagues nor David on this, we will be lodging an appeal. And we now, thanks to some recent social media activities, we have the funds to lodge an appeal. And we're going to do so. And the basis of that appeal is not so much today. It was the decision that His Honour made some months ago when we changed our plea to guilty on the meaning of duty. On a rule, the duty of an Australian military officer effectively has one meaning, and that is to obey orders. Well, we fundamentally disagree with that, and we think it's an issue of national importance, indeed international importance, that a Western nation has such a narrow definition of duty. We say David McBride fulfilled his duty, and he wished to put it to a jury that he properly conducted himself according to the oath that he made to his nation. We will be taking that as an appeal point, and that's the only prospect that we can give to David today. Thank you.
Just on the word duty, when you go into officer training, one of the first things they tell you is if you believe the order you were given is against the morals or standards of the army, you are obligated to disobey that order. So, duty, my ass.
People have a right to
That will
know.
be taken into account.
Yeah, they're saying toe the line or go to jail.
It's all right for the government to tell citizens to
Hi,
protect each other.
my name is Catherine Burshcott. I was one of the key people involved in passage of freedom of information legislation as 7 years ago via Republican. One thing I'd like to point out is worthy of people looking into, and that is the backgrounds of people who've been appointed to the bench in the ACT judiciary in the last years. I think you'll find if you look, there's a very imbalance in favour of people with military backgrounds, and on many grounds we could argue that is not balanced, and we could also ask the long time serving Attorney General Shane Rattenbury, allegedly a Green, if he would look into appointments to the bench and consider whether it's balanced. The other thing I would point out is that the arguments being put by Trish O'Connell from Sydney, comes down to represent the Commonwealth before the court, before the judge recently, has been along the lines that the only duty people have is to obey orders. We don't have a hard duty to the public interest. And I thought she might be here today to collect her bag of our money representing the Commonwealth, so in the way that she did before she scuttled off back to Sydney. But it's kind of ironic that when you look at her performance on behalf of the Commonwealth in the court, what she did was nothing other than obey orders. And that's something that I just want to say. I would have said it to her face if she'd come here. She certainly exemplified the Nuremberg defence, which she imposed on the Nuremberg argument, which she imposed upon David. She certainly lives by what she believes. It sends chills down my spine whenever I think of how it was that the DPP ever employed her to argue on our behalf.
Shame. Not my behalf.
Not for decent Australia.
Just remember, the government can't control people, they can only control criminals, and they keep creating laws until good men and women become criminals, like that man there. He became a criminal because he was a good man. He stood up for the people of Australia and the people of another country.
Thank you, David. We love you, David.
Today, for the first time in this whole David McBride trial, a crime has been committed. The crime is that an innocent man has just gone to prison for speaking the truth. The crime is that his superior officers that he reported these murders to, including 2 young boys and donkeys, taken from their family. Those ranking officers aren't in there, that's a crime. The Attorney General isn't in there, that's a crime. This country is falling apart. And the only way to go forward, guys, and I'm looking around, there's people from the far left here, there's conservatives from the right, who've come together today under one banner. That's the David McBride banner, or the banner of truth. And the only way to go forward and make a difference in this country from now, we've just seen it, we've just witnessed it. The only way to go forward is we join hands in hands. Forget the differences. Don't focus on what we don't agree on. Focus on what we actually do agree on. And when we can do that, we can start making change for the future generations that are going to inherit what we leave behind. So put your differences aside, put your egos aside, hold hands and march forward. I've been asked to speak by David multiple times. I was meant to speak before the sentencing, that didn't happen. So I just want to give a very quick, it's still relevant, I want to give it just 3 minutes. firstly thank everyone for coming down and actually making an effort to be here in the physical form. Because it's so important that the people support the brave and courageous men and women like David McBride. My name is Tristan Van Rye, aka Tricky. I founded the People's Revolution up in Queensland in 2020. We held our first events in a time where the government told us it's illegal to gather publicly. So we held our first event and we gathered publicly. On the morning of that event, guys, I found myself making excuses why I shouldn't be speaking. I was cowering, but I had the call to speak to the truth to the people on that day, so I pushed through with it. The result was the People's Revolution was born. We had some of the biggest and most intense rallies this nation has seen. The point I'm making here, guys, is that David also had the choice to not speak out. He knew the risks to himself, he knew the risks to his family, but he still chose to speak out. Why? Because he cares. He cares about us, he cares about this country, he cares about our children, and he cares about what the future generations will inherit if we do or if we don't do. That's David McBride, and that's why I phoned down from Queensland last week. That's why I phoned down this week to be here in support of David and in support of the truth. We need to defend the truth, guys, because when we can successfully defend the truth, nothing but good will come from it. I know some of the result that we wanted was the 28 months suspended sentence, not suspended sentence, 28 months no parole. However, David knew there was a risk. So when you consider they're going to appeal, and that may or may not work in our favour, it's still 2 years. David's going to be back out in 2 years. He told me he's going to come out, if he does go in, and he's going to continue the fight. So everybody needs to lift their spirits again, understand that that man knew the risks. He still made the choice. He might be going in, he's eventually going to get out, and when he gets out, it comes down to every man and woman here to support him and his legacy, and keep pushing forward and make some change in this country. I've had my life, it's my children's life that I'm fighting for now. Egos to the side, fight for the children. Leave behind what we want to leave behind, guys. I love you all. Thanks for letting me speak. Raise the spirits, guys. He's a good man, and it's a pleasure to be here and make the history with this guy. Thank you.
Thank you. Just remember, most of us are standing here for our children's future. Most of us. It's important that we make the changes today for them in the future. If we don't make the changes today, imagine how bad it's going to be by the time they're our age. There will be nothing they can do. When I grew up, you basically pretty much did whatever you wanted as long as you weren't stupid or an idiot, and that's what the law said. Nowadays, the laws actually tell you what you can do, not what you can't do. We've come to the stage in this country where you can only do what you're told you're allowed to do. You're no longer free to make your own decisions. I am so ashamed. I will be going to the Parliament Lawn after this and having a discussion with the government using my PA. And they can hear it inside that building, and it'll be lunchtime. There's a disinformation bill on today and the budget on today. Do you think it's a coincidence that they moved it, McBride's sentencing from last Tuesday to this Tuesday? No, because all that'll be in the media will be the budget.
Are you just cynical?
Yeah, I'm cynical, all right, because I've been standing here for a long time. We've been here for 827 days and protested the Governor General every single day. Rain, hail or shine. Stand up for this country, Governor General, and step aside, because we're coming through. Oh, it's to the south, guys. Oh, is that plane up there? Military plane in a no-fly zone. Maybe that's in support of David McBride. That's what I wish to believe. The military people standing with you.
Okay, Kevin.
They don't have to do to fight about.
Yeah, for the Lord.
Well, I don't know about that, but straight away what I'm thinking about is you've got Criminal Code Act 1995, 83.4, Section 1, right to peaceful they kick up anybody who even speaks and tries to discourage from protesting. Straight away, so that's where I'd be heading straight up. The cease and resist, that, I'm not exactly sure where that comes in. I haven't got into that side of it.
What do you actually
Well, I would probably approach
It's even more.
Yeah. Which one?
Yeah, the one.
They're not Canberra ones.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. You have to speak to Lorraine about that. She would know which ones came with them because there is some of them that came with them, and these ones here, I think, one of these did.
Yeah, I know. I do know.
That's the third time that military plane has flown over the top.
They're all in there today.
Oh no, it's a new one.
I'll just be talking to them about something called the Nutgarden Australianus. Have you heard of this? I might see things change. It's a whole group of nations that are being Still going, though. Again.
Oh, that bloody flag.
Over again, guys. Yep. Already have anyone do this, Nick? Sorry? Sorry, I'm more with one.
Start out here. Come to you if you like that. That's your real start. Standing by.
There you go. My name's Phil. I'm here today with David McBride, sentencing, and totally disgusted in what they pass as justice here. I believe that this country, the criminals are the ones who are running this country and in here. It's become very obvious that the government can only control criminals, so they just keep creating laws until a good man becomes a criminal. And that's what's happened here today. They class this man as a criminal, even though he's trying to bring criminals forward. I say let's make Australia great again by making Australians great again, like David McBride. Stand up for the truth, stand up for what you believe in, no matter what the consequences are. They knew the consequences, and he continued to fight, and he continues to fight, and he said he will continue to fight when he's back out after 27 months of custodial sentencing. His total charges were just ridiculous. The Crown has lost the plot, the government has lost the plot, they are no longer free. They are criminals. What do you think about it? Yes. Yep. I'm about to give my phone number if you listen.
Oh, you don't?
You've already got it. I just sent you a message.
Oh, thank you.
4 0 8 6 4 9 0 9 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. After the no worries, thank you very much, sir. Of course I will. Yeah. We have a live going. We have a live going as well. Just look up hashtag exposure28. I'll send you a link. And I'll send you another link of something else you might be interested in. It's the original people standing back for their rights again. There's over 200 nations that come together because of, I don't know if you know much about the
Oh, you're at work, buddy. All right, mate, I'll call you later.
We're friends. I'm from Google. Oh, really? You're from NYC? Absolutely.
I lived in Worthington survived his justice. But the whistleblowers, that's
one of the ones we stand up for
So if you want any of my material, just ask.
Yeah, no, right.
Limited up the short. We don't lose nothing short, we don't lose it, so.
Already lost it, mate.
No, I mean, no, I think you back.
Oh, we'll get it back. Yeah, we've lost it, mate.
No, I don't know what's happening. If we come under that one wheel order, we're gone.
That's what we're under at the moment. We've got to get it back.
And all these people that are in this country, they've got their own army already here, right up.
I am, yeah, I am.
There's so many in here. They've got their own fucking army to fight against Australia.
If you look directly up on the sky, the plane's going up here.
Canada, America.
And they
Loaded up every country. Yeah, that's right. Destroy out there. Biggest threat like that now.
We're back on, and we're up at Parliament. So it's a little bit shifty, but it's holding me. How do we? Oh, that thing. Oh, yeah, we can do that. Yeah. Just hold that and make sure we don't pop it out. Here we go. It'll work. Should have screwed that in a bit better. That's a bit loose. That's mine. Fuck it. It's mine. I can't do it like that. Well, should we turn it around so the face is the right way? Yeah, that's how it was, wasn't it? I could cut a bigger. I don't know why it doesn't crook in because it's enough groove there. Oh, it's just not going back far enough, and it's. Oh, there you go. It just needed a bit more manpower. Yeah, that's all it needs, some manpower. All right, that's good. Sometimes sometimes you think you're going to break it, but
Yeah.
no, it just needs that extra bit of push. There we go. We're good, ready for the police. Just being distracted at the moment, it's good. They're all going to get a shock when fuel starts.
Where's the mocking phones?
Yeah, I've got
LB, I don't know who's online anymore. We're back on.
Story? Oh, yeah. Yeah, why not? I have some scripts.
So what's got a massive battery in there, Robert?
Hey?
Well, I might take you guys straight up the lawn and let's see what's going on. We do have the disinformation bill. A part of that's passing today. Part of the digital ID bill passing. In the next couple of weeks, we have the WHO treaty that needs to be signed. And it's also budget day. And we've just come straight from the courthouse where David McBride has been sentenced to a minimum of 27 months in jail. And also there is something else going on up here, so we'll find out. Yeah, I believe these guys are rallying to get some more money into the budget for the housing crisis.
Did he mean Royce Jackson? Because when I saw Royce Donald there, I thought
Bill's just getting the PA ready. I've got a
Maddie from Maddie's Music. Coming to you today live from Parliament, where it's all not happening just yet, but will be. Stay tuned for more true information.
More money to go into housing. We have so many houses that are empty that are public housing.
No worries.
Keep everybody distracted. Don't realise what's going on. More money. Love it.
oh yeah.
Yes, he can.
Probably I don't know.
I think it's more like
Just taking more money off the people.
Have you ever talked to the people here?
Oh, I haven't spoken to them.
Have we got? Does it look like we've got a ringleader that we can talk to?
What's that?
They don't fix the houses.
Okay.
20 years old.
Yeah.
And give it another 20 years. That's not the bounty.
Yeah, really.
The land to the
That's like Netanyahu, whatever, the Israeli guy. They've already got plans of what they're going to do with the Gaza Strip. It's already there, ready to go. He announced it last week.
funny that.
They're going to do it like a new Arab country, like a I forget the name of it, but that big fancy pants Arab country where they use all their oil money to take them easy. Yeah? So that's going to be like that, and we take all the oil as well to pay for it. Look at that, they're going to nice big speed, though. That's the biggest megaphone I've ever seen. That's really industrial size. Yeah, you can't really see it. It's sort of on a hip, but on the other side. But it's got quite a big woofer on the end of it. Oh yeah. You see the back of it sticking out, but you should see the front end. It's like a big bell. It's amazing. I'll go have a listen. It's probably got a big.
Hey, Albie. Hi, Diana. Nobby. Lara.
It's funny, yellow's a bit of a theme today. Everyone's wearing yellow for some reason.
Welcome
Not
back.
everyone. The cool people are wearing yellow. An hour.
Bianca, hi.
Yeah, we don't want to talk over top of them. That would be not cool. So we might just talk before them.
When Phil says
I might have
we,
to go
he
get my car
means
registered then.
he doesn't
Sorry?
include me.
I
I kind of want to talk over them.
Is it run out of radio today?
Yeah, last day today, yeah. It's only about 8 minutes from here, the Red Jack place.
Why are we going to black
You
and
have to
white?
go somewhere to do it.
Yeah, because I want to pay cash. Otherwise, New South Wales, you've got to make an account if you want to pay online. I'm not making
No
an
Phil.
Oh yeah, no. And you can do it. Oh, you can do it at the motor
I can't
registry.
select it.
Yeah.
Why?
Just out of Bushwick.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in New South Wales.
Let's do
Yeah,
that.
go for it.
Bean?
Yeah, go and do it before
It's
the
not
night
real registering my
Otherwise, they'll
fingerprint.
close at 4 o'clock. What's the time now?
I know they close at 5, but it's good to go now. We've got time.
Yeah, otherwise you're going to probably miss out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can miss out on this one by literally.
Yeah. They don't seem very well organised.
But it's a good cause. I like the cause.
Yeah, I'm happy. That's why I don't want to speak over top of them or ruin their day. Yeah. They haven't got much of a crowd and we haven't either.
They can join in. There might be a few there that wouldn't mind getting on the microphone too.
Well, a couple of them getting on the microphone. They've got a tiny little PA there.
I don't know what's going on
It's a
while
big
you're in black and
megaphone, though.
white
That's
now.
good.
Yeah, it's a
I've
massive
seen.
megaphone,
I
yeah.
didn't know it made them that big.
I've never seen one that big either.
It looks more like a warning sign sort of.
Maybe Phil. For some reason, it's gone to black and white. But there's
Hey?
no filter on.
It's a filter of some sort.
Yeah, there's no
I don't know how to do filters.
It's got a filter. It says no filter.
It's. We don't want a surplus. We want public housing. That's all I've seen. Yeah. About the public
Highlight.
housing things.
I don't want that.
Who's already on there? No filter.
So even if I select another one, it doesn't change. To be fair, it was in colour before I left it on.
Well, it's funny because the comments are in colour, so it's definitely a filter. Elby's on there.
It's just those three circle things.
Yeah.
But it says no.
Yeah. Wow. It's really hard to see, isn't it?
Well, how about we shut it down and we'll start it up again later on anyway.
Hmm.
Give a bit of charge.
Hmm. Hmm. Hi guys. Looks like Lulu broke the live.
Well done. She's a saboteur. Infiltrator.
She's not too happy about that. We might have to shut this live down and try and work out what the hell's going on, guys. All right, Knob Man. Everybody that's on, we're just going to shut it down. We'll probably give these guys behind us a bit of a chance to do their thing, and then we'll bring the live back on, guys. Okay? Because yeah, we're black and white, and we're also running on borrowed battery. Catch us later.